guys, thanks for tuning in. This is optibotimus with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at something very special. While a lot of people are just now getting their second figure in the Transformer figure subscription service, today we'll be taking a look at Chromedome and Stylor. And while I cannot tell you when this figure will be coming out time-wise in the service itself, the club has provided me with this so I can give you a look at the final look for this figure. And that in addition to this review, you'll be able to see him at BOTCON next week in Pasadena. He'll be on hand so that fans that go there can see him for themselves. And obviously, if you want to attend the largest gathering of Transformers fans, both young and old, go and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to BOTCON.com and you can get more information. And as I said, see this figure with your own eyes. Now, in addition to the obvious instruction manual that you get, you also do get a really nice tech spec card, and it says, "Memories are my playground, secrets are my playthings." During a dark era of Cybertronian history, Chromedome was partnered with Prowl, one of the most decorated members of the Autobot police, renowned for being painfully detail-oriented and a stickler for procedure. Chromedome stuck with it, however, and used this partnership and his position within the police to further his interest in Nemo surgery. I have no idea what Nemo surgery is, or Minimo surgery. I don't know. The techniques he mastered allowed him to search a suspect's mind and secure any information necessary for the case. Interests soon changed into resentment as he was forced to use his skills not only for interrogation, but also to reprogram individuals' memories and alter their minds. Over the years, he attempted to hide his inadvertently nefarious past, as well as his ability to reach into others' minds, until he ran into another Autobot obsessed with memories. Rewind was persistent and eventually dug his way into Chromedome's past, and in doing so, ensured a place in Chromedome's future. Really cool read-up. You got his tech data right up here and the really nice artistic drawing here on the left. I love these cards. Now, one thing they don't talk about is Stylor. Now, in the original cartoon, Stylor was the headmaster for Chromedome. In this incarnation, though, he's basically a target master. Zooming in to show that off a little bit better, you can see some really nice paint detail on here. You got his orange painted face, you got a nice Autobot logo. The rest of them is red in this off-white color, but looks really good nonetheless. Now, this is originally an ARMS Micron. It's the first time that we've been able to get an ARMS Micron here in the United States with any released figure. So it's really cool to actually see this, and I don't have to put it together, which is even better. Now, he transforms into a bit of a crossbow, so all you have to do for that, just fold this up, fold these out like so. You can put it as far up as you want to, and then take these legs and these rotate around and tuck in along the side. Just like so, keep that there, just like so. And here you have the crossbow weapon that Chromedome can use and defend himself with. And now coming to Chromedome himself, as I mentioned, this is the final paint job for the figure. One of the biggest things that you're going to notice is he no longer has this huge Autobot logo that was on his hood. The instructions also even still show that old artwork, but it was removed because fans didn't seem to really like it. So the Collector Club decided to replace that with just regular paint. And I think it looks a lot better. Honestly, you got these two Autobot logos right here. Why do you need a big, huge one right there? So I love that design and that choice. The paint on here, though, looks terrific. Got absolutely gorgeous painted wheels, specifically the rims with gold. You got some blue accents here along both sides of them. You got the brown and the tan mixed with the red. It just looks great. You got the nice silver here. And even when you look at this top section, it almost looks like Chromedome's face. I mean, with the ears coming up like that, I don't know if that's intended or if I'm just seeing things, but I think it looks great. He does still come with the swords that the original mold, the Robots in Disguise Wheeljack came with. So you have those, and you got the nice silver paint here with the red handles on both of them. As you can see, they still store right down here at the bottom. Molding-wise, everything is identical here in vehicle mode. Now, you're not seeing really anything different, but it just looks terrific. Coming in a little bit more so that you can get all those nice details. I mean, it just really does come across very nicely. And I think they did a terrific job of recreating that Chromedome look with this existing mold. You can also still take these. It's the exact same, like I said, that we got with... Well, maybe it goes that way. And there we go. Plug that in. You can give him the little rhino horns if you want to. You can still stick those in there. That's still a feature for it, but it's still kind of goofy looking. So just taking those out. but it really does look terrific all the way around. Everything on here just stands out very nicely and just screams collector figure. Now, because I've already reviewed this mold and the transformation is exactly the same, I'm going to go ahead and skip that, but as usual, I'll put the link down to my review of the Robots in Disguise Wheeljack, where if you need help transforming this, you can check that video out and get all the details you need. But because I don't need to show it in this video, we're going to go from Chromedome looking like this to looking like this, and I can absolutely see where a lot of people wanted to sign up for the figure subscription service just because of this figure. This guy looks terrific. Now, some things here have been modified from what the promotional images had, mostly being the head. Now, zooming in to look at that, right up front what you're noticing is a completely new head sculpt than the Wheeljack figure that we got previously. And this looks terrific. A lot of the paint details that were done on this that are different from what we saw in the promo images are all done to just give him a little bit more of an IDW look. Initially, the outer part of the head and everything was, I believe, like a gray. The orange for his mouth was a darker orange, and then he had blue eyes. All of that was changed just to give it a little bit more of an IDW look, and I think it is incredible. One thing that I will mention is because of kind of how big the head is, when you do put it in, you almost have to put it in on an angle when you're transforming them. Because if you remember, these hands kind of come up and they kind of hit the side of his ears. So all you have to do is just twist it just a little bit and it fits in there perfectly fine. But really, the rest of this figure looks absolutely stunning. Now, you can do the Wheeljack look and put them up here like that. And that's personal preference. For me, I like it more down like so. It just looks a little bit cleaner, I think, and more resembles the artwork that you can see here. So for me, that works a little bit better. Everything else, though, is molded the exact same. So all the articulation is still there. You can still take these swords if you want to, sort of sheath them in his back, right in, you got the little gap right in there. You just slide that all the way through. Well, if I can line it up right. So if you wanted to storm, you could do that. He can hold a styler. It's a little bit more difficult because his you got this panel right here, but he actually does have a fairly long peg that you can get it on there. You kind of have to angle it down there, so you can get it. Get that on there. You can get him to hold it. It's fortunate that styler has a little bit longer of a peg, so that's something that does work nicely, specifically with this guy. But taking styler and putting him in his little robot mode again, setting this down or swinging these down, swing these down, swing these down. Now, for his articulation, it is all locked in except for his arms. His arms will rotate all the way around, so you do have that bit of articulation. But I mean, and this looks very nicely G1 accurate as well in terms of the white arms, the red arms, red legs, orange face. Very nicely done on that as well. So everything about this is just an absolute win, in my opinion. It really does nicely resemble that IDW character. I think the paint deco on here is phenomenal. The new head looks terrific. There really isn't anything that I could think of that I think they should have done differently with this figure. I love that they took the Autobot logo off of the hood. That just looks much nicer and cleaner, I think. And overall, just gives a much nicer presence to the character. Especially, like I said, since you already have these Autobot logos that even in robot mode are prominently displayed. Now, in order to get this, as I said, you had to sign up for the figure subscription service that was a little bit ago. So the only way that you're really going to be able to get this is through places like eBay or Big Bad Toy Store, or maybe even the Transformer Collector Club. If they have extras of these, they might put up on sale on the club store. But in order to buy it, you got to be a member of the Transformer Collector Club. So again, that's one of those added perks. So just keep your eyes open and hopefully you guys will be able to add it to your collection. As I said, this guy will be on display at this year's BOTCON in Pasadena, California. It'll be the first time outside of this video that you'll be able to see it with your own eyes. And in person, it looks even better than it's probably showing up on camera. If you didn't sign up for a Primus package or Minicom package or anything like that, you can still come in as a walk-in guest on Saturday and Sunday. You just buy a ticket at the door and you can come in and you can still see this and still hang out with all of us other fans. So in addition to seeing this cool figure, you might also see me. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus, and a very special thanks to Pete over at the Transformer Collector Club for making this review possible. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.
When the going gets rough.